Hello, hello, I'm Bella, and welcome to Final Fantasy XIV. Alright, so we're gonna try this again. Hopefully we will get to the second wing of the raid today. So there's only 10 others are recruiting, so I don't know. The prospects aren't looking great already. But we'll give it a shot. So if I have to, I'll probably just record the playthrough and play a bit later in the evening. I might have to do that. So then if that's the case, then it will be posted over on YouTube. But while we're waiting, let's continue on with the Briardian questline. I don't even know what you call this questline. The Hogwarts questline. If Theo wasn't so insistent on helping the bastard, I'd have left him to find his own way out of this mess. Letters from no one. You get the spectacles, the inspector's glass, and you get the emote. I love it. The Omniscient deliberates on how best to proceed with the investigation. If we could only track down the author of the letters and convince them to recant these statements, the student body would have no choice but to withdraw their motion. But where would we even search? By searching for more of the same document. A brilliant plan, Bella. By examining all the letters that have been distributed throughout the Scholasticate, we may very well find clues leading us to the culprit. It's settled then. Let's return to the Scholasticate and commence our search. Right behind you. Got 4 other DPS, so fingers crossed. Gotta search for letters. Letters. It would seem that more than a few of the students tossed the papers in the rubbish without so much as reading them. Thankfully, I was able to scavenge some of the ones that had been thrown away. A few of the seminarians were generous enough to lend us letters they received. Upon closer examination, it would appear that while the overarching message is the same, the precise arguments may differ from letter to letter. Whatever could this mean? Anyone else to talk to around here? Just a suspicious letter. I want to talk to... Okay. I guess we can talk to Janchette. Suspicious letters. Whatever are you talking about? I've not received anything of the sort. Now that you mention it, however, I did observe some of the seminarians tossing out crumpled slips of paper. Mayhap these are the letters you seek? Wait, did I say anything else? I wish I could be of more assistance, but I fear that is the extent of my knowledge. Good luck in your search. Oh, yes. In fact, Kromavo and I have been gathering letters all evening. Feast your eyes on this. One of the girls said that the letter just showed up on her bed, as if out of nowhere. I returned to my quarters to check if I had received something similar, but there was nothing to be found. At first I thought it a simple oversight, but after asking around, I learned that there were more than a few others who, like me, had been overlooked. Which leads us to the question, why is it that only certain seminarians are receiving the letters? What is it they have in common?
Theo has already apprised me of the situation. Not that he need to, mind you. It is for that very reason that I remained behind with Lazy, to investigate the origin of the nasty rumors flying about. It didn't take long for us to connect the rumors to the letters and coax one of the seminarians to show us a document they had received. I investigated further, and behold, these are all the ones I managed to collect in my search thus far. Under normal circumstances, the baseless invectives penned here would hardly suffice to convince anyone. It would seem, however, years of harbored animosity have blinded people to their better judgment. So intense is the hostility towards our competent that seminarians are desperately searching for any excuse to have him removed from the scholasticate. These letters have provided just that, and at the worst possible time. Ah, Bella, did your search prove fruitful? Suspicious letter. Flimsy slip of paper with hastily penned accusations written upon it, alleging that our competent Dismal is responsible for Ula's kidnapping. Excellent. Let us take a closer look and see what we can discern. How curious. It would appear our culprit has gone through the trouble of writing and distributing the 3 distinctly different versions of the letter. The first reads, as illustrated by the recent abduction that has taken place within these sacred halls, our competent will stop at nothing to eliminate those who stand in his way. Such blatant disrespect of her teachings must not be tolerated. The second says, it is one thing to disagree with the opinions of your fellow seminarians. It is quite another to abuse one's influence to have your ideological opponents removed. Ula, a firm believer in the teachings of Volume 11 of the Articles of Hellenic Polity, and staunch advocate of equality, fell victim to our competent's treachery. The villain cannot go unpunished. And last but not least, Ula's copy of Volume 11 was discovered in the prefect's room shortly after the girl's disappearance. This more than anything proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that our competent is guilty. While the final letter, at least, offers an argument, it's hardly a compelling one. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but aren't there several copies of the Articles of Hellenic Polity sitting on our library shelves? While I can't speak to why our competent would have one in the first place, the book found in his quarters could have been any one of those. Lacey, when you spoke with Ula earlier, did she mention anything about Volume 11?
I didn't think anything of it at the time, but while Ula was recovering in the infirmary, she asked that I retrieve her copy from her room. When I went to look for it, it wasn't there.
Which would mean that the tome was removed unbeknownst to her.
So it would seem. After all, she testified that when the two thugs seized her at the marketplace, she had nothing on her person but a pocket of gil. Presumably, the book was still in her quarters then.
It'd be one thing if the book had disappeared with Ula, but for someone to sneak into her room and remove it after the fact, why, it's as if the culprit intended to use it to frame our competent all along. Why, I'd bet my last gil you're right, and that's the reason none of us received a letter. We're the only people who would be able to confirm with Ula that the book had been pilfered from her room. But who would go to such great lengths to frame our competent? That's our Theo, always striving to help his fellow man, even if that man is all that stands between him and the top of the class. It's enough to leave a girl smitten, isn't it, Lacey?
What are you talking about? I'm not smitten. I just admire him for his kind heart is all.
Lacey, why ever did she dash off like that? Has she taken ill? In a manner of speaking, I'll go and make sure she's okay. Oh dear. Well, whatever it is, I hope she recovers quickly. In the meantime, we need to put our heads together if we hope to get out of this mess. Bella, what do you think? Why would anyone go to such lengths to implicate our competent? To throw others off the scent? But of course, not say the kidnapper, him or herself would have such a strong motive to concoct this convoluted plan, which raises the possibility that the kidnapping was not but a plot to have our competent expelled in the first place. In other words, if we can track down the person behind these letters, we'll have ourselves the culprit behind Ula's abduction. We must inform Inspector Priority and straight away. He's currently conducting an investigation at the vault, you say? Well, let us make our way there with all speed. What's our competence, assistant? Heavensward? I bet it's him. It's always the one that's closest, isn't it? Place is quicker than she looks. I gave up my search when it became evident I had no chance of finding her, and was just on my way back when, lo and behold, who do I see but you three? Ah, perfect vantage point from here. That's him, over there. Gotta talk to you. Ah, it is you. What brings you all the way here? Do you have something to report? I see. Show me these letters. I shall determine if they are as suspicious as you insist. This is everything we've been able to find. The author goes out of his way to mention that Ula's copy of Volume 11 was found in our competence room. The fool. In his feeble plot to frame the prefect, he has only incriminated himself. I trust that you too have put the pieces together. You have proven an able associate indeed. It is from here, however, that the real work begins. Should at any time you begin to feel your powers of concentration waver, or your attention to detail slip, you need but do this. Take a deep breath and focus your eyes into the distance. In that moment, the solution will appear before you. Where's the twinkle? The game is afoot, and if we intend to win the day, we must remain vigilant. Now, let's get our man. You have learned the emote spectacles. I gotta try this. No, it's an armoire. Hold on. Just for the purpose. Quit. Display. Look at me in my spectacles. I be smart. And then it's
spectacles. Oh, cute! It's not like Priorities, but it's still cute. Very cute. Alright, hide that. Put that back on. I think I missed something. Who exactly are we going after? L'Aperçoit is my guess. I can see the connection, but how does this help us deduce the identity of the perpetrator? Inspector Briardian truly is amazing. Why, he has cracked the case with little more than scattered scraps of evidence, literally. What do we get? Scholasticate coat? Ah. So I become Gryffindor? A satisfied smirk steals across Briardian's face as all the pieces of the puzzle fall into place. Before we begin pursuing our man in earnest, answer me this. Can any of you tell me where Ula's copy of Volume 11 currently is? The letters say it was found in our confidence room, though for all we know, that could be complete and utter bollocks. Bella, I see you've managed to keep your word to L'Aperçoit. Very good. Allow me to enlighten the rest of you. The tome is currently in my possession. L'Aperçoit discovered it in our confidence room and turned it over to us in secret for fear it would fuel the ongoing rumors. Now, knowing what you do, it is time to put your minds to the test. What do you surmise is the relationship between our talented writer friends and the thief that lifted the book from Ula's quarters? They are one and the same. A sensible deduction. The planting of the book in our confidence quarters and the subsequent distribution of these letters are both carried out to the common end, to implicate the prefect in Ula's abduction and force his expulsion. It would stand to reason that the perpetrators are either working in tandem or, in fact, are one and the same. While that in itself does not reveal the identity of the culprit, it does lead us to our next question. Who would have been able to enter and exit Ula's room unnoticed? The perpetrator was able to move quickly and not draw attention to themselves in the act, leading me to believe our book snatcher had easy access to all rooms within the dormitory. How, you might ask? Keys. Something only 3 people currently possess. Father Saturninus and the prefects are commandant in L'Aperçoit. So, one of them is the culprit, but which could it be? Must have been L'Aperçoit. Heavensward, you say? But he's our confidant's closest confidant. As he is the only person besides Bella and the inspector here to have common contact with the book, I say he is a prime suspect. Of course, this is but speculation. Bella, I hear that you possess a great gift, one which you employ to reveal long-hidden truths about our nation. Might you not be able to use this power to shine some light on the matter at hand? Doesn't work that way. So it is not yours to control. I guess that means we'll need to rely on our own wits to obtain the answers we seek. Fortunately, I have an idea of my own, but I'll need your help to see it through. Well then, Theo, let us put this idea of yours into action. Last I heard, our commandant and L'Aperçoit have taken refuge in Dismal Manor. Let's make our way there post-haste. I'll leave it to you to see that the bumblings of those 3 do not interfere with the final stage of my investigation at the vault. But do not tarry long. With Father Saturninus throwing his full support behind the petition, our commandant has but a few bells before his name is permanently struck from the registry. I shall do what I can to see that the proceedings are delayed, but I cannot guarantee it will buy us all the time we need. Godspeed, Bella. I'll see you at the hearing. Speak with our commandant. Okay, over there.
As you can see, our Commandant and I are discussing important matters at the moment. If you have something to report, pray return later. Getting scolded. Whatever Theo's brilliant plan is, I certainly hope he took this into account. Again, I wouldn't take this kind of treatment sitting down. Looks like they're at it again. What are we to do? Findings. Huh. As if anything you four managed to dig up can help me now. The hearing is about to begin. My fate is as good as sealed. There's still time, our Commandant. Earlier you pledged your innocence to us. Let us pledge it once more. At the hearing, before one and all, the truth shall speak for itself. The truth? You expect those fools to see the truth when this evidence to the contrary is staring them in the face? How do you think this plan your pea-sized minds have concocted will succeed where all Heavensward's best attempts have failed? He will succeed, our Commandant, for it is not just I that stands with you, but the hero who brought to light the truth behind our very nation. Yes, there is nothing that she has not seen. Surely you understand the implications of this, don't you, Heavensward? Bella has the ability to peer into events of the past. Indeed, it was through her visions that Ishgar's true origins were brought to light. You need say no more. She has already used her vaunted power to see that I was the one behind it all. Yes, it was I that kidnapped Ula. It was I that snuck into her room and stole Volume 11, and it was I that distributed the letters, also that I might implicate our Commandant. How satisfying it is to finally be able to say it aloud. For so long I have had to plot my revenge in silence, mask my hatred of you with hollow praise and bashful smiles. Heavensward, what madness is this you speak? You truly are oblivious, aren't you? Then allow me to enlighten you. After all the transgressions your family has committed against mine, did you truly think I would remain loyal to you? For centuries your house has humiliated us. It was something we'd come to accept, but when the wall between the nobility and the common class came tumbling down, we were met with the most harrowing truth of all, that all our suffering had been for naught. Everything we grew up believing about our status was a fabrication, tall tales spun to keep us complacent. In reality, you are no better than the two broom rats beside you. You never were. It was a terrible realization, but one that also gave me hope. Hope that you could be taken down just as any other. That's when I began plotting. Ula's abduction, the letters and the rumors they spurred, all was part of my master plan, to bring shame and dishonor on you and your family as you have mine. I have staked everything, yes, even my very freedom, but it was worth it to give you a taste of our pain. What's more, I bribed the two kidnappers into abducting Ula with money from your purse, and having entrusted the management of your finances to me, you never suspected a thing. Heavensward, I can only imagine the pain you have endured, but to seek revenge in this way. Nevertheless, I thank you for confessing to your crimes. Now we can absolve our Commandant of the false charges brought against him. Well, wait a minute. You mean that she didn't actually see into the past? You deceived me. If you'll recall, Theo never explicitly said that Bella had a vision of what happened to Ula. He merely observed that she possessed such an ability. And truth be told, it is not even a power that can be controlled at will. Now then, our Commandant, I suppose that's all the proof of innocence you'll need. Let's escort Heavensward to the hearing and have him repeat his most dramatic confession before the headmistress. I never saw it. The hatred, I mean. How could I have been so blind? We've been friends from childhood. Never for a moment did I question his loyalty. What a fool I was. However did I think I could stand at the forefront of our nation when I was so oblivious to that which was happening under my very nose? Our Commandant, pray do not torture yourself so. Rather open your heart and allow Halone's wisdom to set you free. Once you come to see L'Abrassoir not only as your friend, but as your peer, I promise that the both of you will find a way to mend any bonds that have been broken. So optimistic. Of the Fury's love will all men receive, and by the balance of her spear will all be set free. You truly believe these words, don't you? You cling to them even when reality does all it can to prove you wrong. I suppose it is that unwavering faith that your friends find so endearing. Now then, it is time for me to put my own faith to the test, face my fate head on. May the Fury have mercy. So, what are we waiting around here for? We've a hearing to attend. I'll meet you two there. There is something I must confirm with the inspector first. Bella, I cannot shake the feeling that this affair runs far deeper than any of us could have imagined. If you would please accompany our Commandant to his hearing and see to it that nothing goes awry in my absence. He's gonna get kidnapped now, isn't he? There's someone else behind it. Let's see. Where are we going? Oh, back to Scholasticate. Yeah. I must say, Master L'Abrassoir, that I am extremely disappointed that anyone, much less a student of our upstanding establishment, would commit such atrocities. I am truly at a loss for words. Mistress Alvani, if I may, do you not find the timing of these confessions to be incredibly convenient? It's as if Master L'Abrassoir here has been coerced into admitting the two crimes he himself didn't commit. Let us not rush to condemn a man who may very well be innocent. We must also keep in mind that this incident will have repercussions that extend beyond the Scholasticate. Distrust of our church has never been so high. If we were to expel either one of our prefects, both of whom have strong ties to House de Zemel, we will lose any credibility our establishment still has in the eyes of the citizens. To this end, I will propose an alternative plan. We will make a full disclosure of this scandal to the public, together with an announcement that St. Endelame's Scholasticate will be temporarily closed. It is past time we pushed for a full reformation of the school and its curriculum. And there it is, the confession I've been waiting for. That Briardian? Confession. Master Briardian, explain yourself. From the start, I had my suspicions that someone was pulling strings behind the scenes, someone who had secured a high enough position within the clergy to manipulate the students in the system. I pored through records, closely examining any who fit the description. It was no easy task, but I finally found what I was searching for, and combined with the confession that the omniscient obtained from Heavensward, I was able to uncover the true culprit. I speak of you, Saturninus, and I do not call you father, for you are no priest. The documents admitting you into your current position were all forged. You manipulated Heavensward into carrying out what you yourself could not. You stirred up discord among the students, and fomented the people's distrust of the clergy in the hopes of creating an even greater rift between the people of Ishgard and the clergy, all in the hopes of seeing the Scholasticate closed down once and for all. But I don't understand. Why would Father Saturnus seek the ruin of the Scholasticate? The answer to that would lie in his past. Over a decade ago, Saturnus graduated top of his class and was welcomed into the ranks of the Holy See. It was there he was assigned work as an expurgator.
Expurgator? What are you talking about? In all my years serving the Holy See, I've never heard of such a post.
I would be more surprised if you had. Her holy body of decency, a sector that is comprised of a few select individuals, is perhaps the best kept of Ishgard's many secrets. Its existence is known only to a handful of people beside the Archbishop himself. I am impressed, Master Barardian. It would seem your reputation is well deserved, though I must correct you on one account. I am no expurgator, but rather one of the so-called watchmen, co-signed to guard them. That said, we shared a similar fate. Both expurgator and watchman alike were struck from official records, confined in the bowels of the Holy See, damned to live out our lives in the shadows as pallid husks of the men and women we could have been, also that someday we might fulfill one task. Where written records were deemed too dangerous, expurgators would serve as living documents, orally passing down our nation's greatest secrets. When the time came for the Archbishop's successor to ascend the throne, we would briefly emerge from our isolation to pass from our mouths to their ears, all we knew of Ishgard before sinking back into obscurity. Of course, no high-born man or woman would be condemned to this fate. No, this was a destiny reserved for commoners, orphans with no ties to the world above. 7 hells. So if the truth hadn't come to light, Theo and I...
Men and women forced to sacrifice their own lives, that our nation's darkest secrets might be preserved forever unbeknownst to our people. I can scarce believe my ears.
Father Saturnus, the friend you spoke of. Yes, he was an expurgator. Such anguish did his duties cause him that he chose death over that wretched excuse for life. And while a new era is upon us, one that does not condemn the innocent to a life of despair for the sake of one man, it does not undo the injustice of 1,000 years. It was to right the wrongs of the past that I escaped that foul dungeon and made my way back to this place where it all began, this twisted institution. The place responsible for stealing the bright futures of young orphans needs to be closed down for good.
Father Saturnus, your actions are heinous, and I can in no way condone them. That said, if there is truth to what you say, perhaps it would be best for us to suspend all lessons until we can reach a consensus as to how we might proceed.
But Headmistress Elviane, would not closing down the Scholasticate be akin to evading our responsibility as men and women of the clergy? It is our duty to speak the truth, not bury it. For too long the people have been fed naught but lies. It is time we took the initiative and gave them reason to put their faith in us once more. I must agree with the opposite. As I have learned firsthand, we must take care never to abuse our power and privilege, lest we hurt the people closest to us. To keep silent would be to repeat the mistakes of our past. The only way we can move forward is to take responsibility for our actions and make the earnest effort to reach out to those we have wronged. While we may never receive forgiveness, at least we can attempt to atone for any anguish we may have caused those that did not deserve it. If it is true that all men are born equal, as I have heard so many in this room preach time and time again, then all are entitled to know the truth. Let us lead by example, and freely share all that we have learned here today. Father Saturnus, while I cannot pretend to understand your ordeal or soothe the fury that has taken hold in your heart, I can promise you one thing. I swear on Father Tueso's copy of the Parables of Saint Danaphin, that not you, nor any of those who shared your fate will ever again be forgotten. As all was laid bare before the public, the atrocities suffered by expurgator and watchmen alike, along with the hand of the Scholasticate in the Holy See. I missed it. So it was that a new path was forged that day, one that would see a renewed faith in the Church and its teachings, where the citizens would come to learn that all men should be regarded as equal, not only in the eyes of Pelone, but also by one another. The chamber of the headmistress of St. Endelium's Scholasticate lies beyond. As she is quite busy these days, those without arrangements for an audience will be asked to leave. Okay, didn't mean to click on you. Theo is a born detective. He told me that he went to speak with the inspector because he thought it suspicious that Father Saturnus was pushing so hard to have recombinant expelled. Sure enough, it turned out that he was the one pulling the strings all along. While I'm glad this ordeal is finally behind us, I cannot help but feel as though we lost one of our own. We share the same origins as Father Saturnus, and would have shared the same fate had it not been for you. Bella, thank you for restoring peace to Scholasticate. You have reminded us that there is a world beyond these doors, and that relies as much upon us as we do them. You have opened our eyes and shown us that destiny is but the choices we make. If we are strong and persevere, I have no doubt we can rebuild the Scholasticate to regain the people's trust. Bella, now that your work here is done, I suppose the time for farewells is upon us. Will you be departing Ishgard immediately? It's sad to say farewell, but let's send you and the inspector off in style. Ah, there's my trusted associate. I feared I might not be able to bid you a proper farewell before I left. On behalf of my uncle, allow me to thank you for all your hard work. There's still so much fighting and bickering going on. Couldn't you stay with us for just a bit longer? I fear that there are more pressing mysteries that demand my attention, not to mention a certain young lady in Ul'dah who awaits my return. Oh, another client of yours, I take it? No, his girlfriend. Theo, is your head screwed on backwards? He's talking about us. Tactless fools, the both of you. But I suppose you're nothing if not sincere, eh, Theo? And while I'll admit that naivety is one of your more endearing traits, combined with the blunderings of the idiot beside you, it's like as not to bring the Scholasticate to ruin. That's why you'll need someone with extensive knowledge of the affairs of Ishgard, and the proper connections to actually bring about the change you seek. Someone like me. The words of a man looking to steal his way into our dear Theo's heart. Blazy, Lay, it seems you've got competition. The fury take you all. Call me what you will, but Theo would never replace me with anyone, much less a conniving snake like our Compton. They even call him a snake. Come on, it's Draco. You got Theo is Harry, and then Lay here is Ron. And then Blazy somehow is Hinata. How refreshing it is to hear such a playful banter among my friends. It would seem our worries are finally behind us. Before we celebrate, however, there's one last thing. Blazy, I'd like to thank you for your support. Were it not for your meticulous notes and sharp eyes, Ula would still be missing. Bella, Inspector, words are not enough to express our gratitude. It was only because of you that we were able to unmask the perpetrator and restore peace to our school. Just as Father Tueso brought you to us in Gregagne Mills, I cannot help but feel Halone guided you to us in our time of need. We hope to one day repay the kindness you have shown us by rebuilding the Scholasticate. When next you visit, we hope she will have retaken her place as the nation's top establishment of higher learning, and once again serve to light the people's way back to the halls of Halone. Our fair nation has seen her share of tragedy and turmoil, but I take heart in knowing that there are those such as yourself to watch over her, and see that she does not stray from her course. Till we meet again. Fare thee well. I could probably make a hat with, or an outfit with that, and I got my witchy hat. I could be a Hogwarts student. Okay, so it seems like that quest line is complete. I think there was one over this way. Let's go this way. We need more people in queue. Got one tank, one healer. Now 2 other DPS. Let's just see where this one takes us. Do it for Giddy. What do you get? A minion? Marvel at the advanced accompaniment technology of the Allegan Empire. Is this, Oh, I think this is a side dungeon. I don't think I could pull for that one as well while I'm in queue. I don't know. How does that work? Like, if you, can you queue up for regular dungeons alongside an alliance? I don't know. We'll just see where it goes. Nortrell Chomps has a message for you from an old friend. Ah, Bella, I was looking for you. Or rather, your friend Wedge was. Left a most puzzling message, he did, with instructions to convey it to you verbatim. He requests your presence at the Aetherochemical Research Facility in Asislav for a project of the utmost secrecy. Sounds like nonsense to my ears, but he assured me you would grasp his intent. Well, that is, the message, and now I've delivered it. Bella, was it? We have an airship standing by which can ferry you to Asislav. Yes, take me to Asislav. So, where is Wedge? It's up here. I don't know. Wait. No, there's no aetherite up there. Storm is coming. What's going on? Oh, there you are, Bella. I've been waiting for you, and so has an old friend of ours. You remember Gilly, don't you? I was feeling awfully lonely without her, so I snuck out the back door when the chief wasn't looking. But look at her now. Systems down, no power to utter even a single blip. Doesn't it just break your heart, Bella? Left alone in this wasteland for thousands of years, just waiting for someone to help, and as soon as she has done her duty, clunk, tossed out to the side like a rusty old suit of armor. Well, I won't stand for it. We won't stand for it. I'm going to bring Gilly back to life, and you're going to help me. At first I had a mind to fix her out myself, but I fear she is proven beyond my abilities to repair. That's when it hit upon me. If we found a new body for Gilly, we could transfer her personality and memories right into it. It'd be like she never left. I know what you're thinking. And just where are we going to find this new body, Wedge? I've got 3 words for you. The Fractal Continuum. It's an old warship that was converted into a museum of elegant technology. If there's any place we can find a new body for Gilly, it'll be there, and it's just a short trip away by matter conduit 4-7 to boot. Oh, wait, that's 6-7 to boot. You'll go, won't you? For Gilly's sake. If you say so. If there's any place we can find a new body for Gilly, it's the Fractal Continuum, and it's just a short trip away by matter conduit 6-7 to boot. You'll go, won't you? For Gilly's sake. Yeah, it's over here. Yeah, I might have to... again, see how this works. No, wait, no, it's over here. Because that's the dungeon, isn't it? to use this. The transport is available from this location to the Fractal Continuum, the greatest storehouse of technological marvels in all of Alag. The Fractal Continuum is temporarily closed to tourists. Access is limited to those with level 3 security clearance or higher. The unauthorized visitors will be removed via the Continuum's anti-intruder defense system. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy your visit. Okay. I don't know how this works. Can I pull for 2? Unable to register. A different duty category is already selected. Okay. So I guess you can only choose Alliance raids. I could... Let me withdraw from this one for now. Alright. Do it for Gilly. I just want to see how long the wait is. So this is a dungeon. What is it? Oh, the Fractal Continuum. Here it is. Butch is a man with a dream that Gilly, the kindly guidance node who escorted you through the etheric wastes of Asisla, might be restored to life. To blip to him once more, to that end, he'll need you to fetch her a new nacelle from the Fractal Continuum, mausoleum of elegant technological creations that will open its doors to welcome its first visitor in some 5 millennia. Alright, let's just see. About 10 minutes. Let's try this. Alright, since we're here, it's down here. What's the fate? Psi Gamma. Seeking to lay claim to the area before Eurasi Alliance, the 6th Imperial Legion has dispatched several centuries of soldiers to secure footholds in strategic locations throughout the Gamma Quadrant. I see this thing. Oh no, wait, no. Not Fat Cat. Do I have to kill this thing? No? Aha. I see you, Legion bit. Oops, I did not mean to attack you. I'll wait for the 10 minutes, but then if I'm still not called, we'll hop back into the Alliance raid and see. Nothing around here, it seems. Just look at this. Can I fly over to it? Can I be on top? Point of view somewhere? Surprised there's not one right here. I cannot even land on this thing. It's like pushing me off. Oh, so sad. This map always impressed me. Look at this. Let's just check this place out over here. So this is the dungeon. This is the place. Cannot enter. Is there like an entrance somewhere? Not down here. Says it's here. That's the entrance. That must take you over there.
That place. Spiky. Spiky. Looks mean. See, any other fates around here? Oh, this is where the dragon is. Don't remember if I came over here. Of the streams all over. Look at this crystal. Omni? Yeah. Let's go see a dragon. Look at you. I wish I could help you. Looks very uncomfortable. Is there a vista over here? No, that I saw something glowing. Poor thing. How do you survive without eating? Or going to the bathroom? Don't know. Yeah, the pretty tree. Alright. It's not... I really don't have patience at all. We'll try this again. Oh wait, undo that one. Try this one more time. So we will abandon this one for now. Oh no, wait, no. No, shit. Did the wrong thing. Wait, I meant to abandon this one. Crap, now where was the pirate? I have to go back to that one. Now let's try this again. Alright. We're back in queue. Well, all the other stuff is like side dungeons. So, let's go back to Foundation. And we will continue with 3.1. Talk to Alfie. I would really like to do the side stuff first, but it is what it is. I would prefer to have like a friend to hop in with the side dungeons. That way I could just like blast her just for story.
and just to explore.
So if anyone's available when I'm on here, let me know if you'd like to hop in and help with those.
Welcome, Mr. Stardust. Shall I show you inside the manor?
Yes. Alfie, long time no see. Tataru, you little bean. The search for our missing friends continues. Should I learn something, I'll be sure to let you know.
Ooh, we get foods. We get a hot chocolate, a creme brulee, an almond cream croissant, and an urchin loaf. What do I have? That's right. I need to go back and see where I can get more with this. Otherwise, I'll probably just sell it all. I think I got what I needed, though. I could do that. The faces we wear, party eggy eyeglasses. What is this miscellaneous thing? Why do I still have this? Don't know. Alright, what did I have? I don't think I have any hot chocolate. Reminds me of Hashi. He's the one that brought us the hot chocolates. I feel like I should get that in honor of him. And never have it. What's this? Maroon glaze. I need to eat foods. I got so many foods. I'll probably go for the hot chocolate. Creme brulee sounds good too. Almond cream croissant. Since I'm gonna choose just the one, I don't know if I'll ever come across these again. So you get creme brulee, a vanilla flavored egg custard drenched in a sweet syrup that is then heated with a fire crystal until a crisp brown shell is created. I've had creme brulee, it's delicious. Almond cream croissant, a flaky crescent-shaped pastry sliced in two and buttered with a sweet creamy paste made from almonds. Sounds delicious too. Urchin loaf. I've never had sea urchin, so I'm not too sure about this one. Sea urchin corals mixed with mushrooms and herbs into a paste that is then placed back into the urchin shell and baked until hard. I'm not too sure. It's very iffy. Like, I'm very picky with seafood because anything, I'm terrified of like trying something that has a fishy smell. I don't like fishy smell stuff. Alphino wishes to share the latest developments in the search for the missing scions. Fortuitous timing as always, Bella. Totaro was about to brief me on the search for our missing comrades. If you would be so kind, then.
Absolutely. You'll be pleased to hear that Riel and his men have been making excellent progress. You remember how Flamine helped me to escape the Crystal Braves in Limsa Laminsa, only to then disappear? Well, according to Riel, she crept aboard a ship bound for Razatan, where she's been hiding ever since. He assures me that it won't be long before we're reunited. As for Yida and Papalymo, the remains of their link pearls have been found, and in Pearl Lane of all places. Riel thinks they must have disposed of them after escaping from the Royal Promenade.
Yes, that would make sense. They could not risk being eavesdropped upon by our betrayers.
We're almost certain they fled the city shortly after, though we still don't have a clue where they went.
I see. And what of Thancred and Mephilia?
I'm afraid I have nothing new to share about those two, but it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is, we've enlisted the services of a Charlene scholar, one of the students of Baldessian, to aid in the search, who should be arriving any day now.
One of the students, you say? I should very much like to meet the scholar, if time permits. But first we must attend to more pressing matters. Sir Emmerich has summoned the two of us for a private audience. The messenger did not specify what he wished to discuss, only that it was urgent. Assuming you have no objections, Bella, I suggest we proceed to the congregation forthwith. And mayhap we can meet with the scholar afterwards. Agreed?
In that case, I think he'll return to the Forgotten Night for now. Things are liable to fall apart if I'm gone too long, you know. Alright, let me eat something. Let's see here. Let me just swear. Okay. A mutton stew. Let's finish off the mutton stew. A hearty stew made from lean mutton loin and a selection of freshly pickled vegetables. Okay, speak to Amric. Get to see husbando. Alfie! Good invariably triumphs over evil in fairy tales, yet they are conspicuously reticent about what follows. Oh, she said she's in, Look at the fat chocobo. She's back in the heavenly night. I wanna go see Tataru. Tataru! Don't worry about our visitor. Ishtal and I will treat her to a warm welcome. Is Ishtal around here? She's not back? From wherever she was from? The Lord Commander is within. Pray proceed, miss.
Thank you for coming. I wish to speak with you both in a place where privacy was assured.
We quite understand. What was it that you wished to discuss?
With my father's passing, the seat of the Archbishop lies vacant. And so, in accordance with canon law, I have assumed his responsibilities. I should stress that this is a temporary measure. It was never intended that the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights serve in this capacity indefinitely. Quite the opposite. The statutes specify that I should surrender my powers as soon as a conclave of the senior clergy and the high houses have named a new archbishop. But in light of recent events, that would not seem appropriate.
I confess I did not expect you to divulge quite so much quite so soon. The details of the Archbishop's plans, perhaps, but the true origin of the war and all it entails?
I too had concerns. But when the Warrior of Light is witnessed returning to the capital upon the back of a dragon, one's options are rather limited. Mayhap I could have concealed certain details, but for how long? And at what risk? Should the truth have come to light in the meantime, how would the people have viewed my silence? After 1,000 years of lies and secrecy, I could not well abuse their trust and hope to be believed. The time for deception has passed. I only wish the people agreed. That some would deny the truth I had anticipated, but not this many. And among the few who acknowledged that my father had to be stopped, no small number questioned our methods.
If they suspect a coup, it will not be long before some turn to violence.
It has already begun, and that on both sides. Men and women of the cloth are being harassed in the streets. Some have even been assaulted in the brew.
They were
Hilda
fighting in
and her
school
people
too.
have formed a watch to help us maintain order. But such measures will not prevent the unrest from spreading.
For all our talk of peace, the people remain frightened and confused. For their sake, we must bring the Dragonsong War to a definitive end.
And we should be glad to help you, Sir Emmerich. But what precisely would you have us do?
We wish to treat with the dragons of Annex Trine. To that end, I would trouble you for an escort and an introduction.
Annex Trine? You would speak with Vidofnir, then?
We must needs open a dialogue between our peoples. Acting as my representative, Lucia will extend an invitation to their leader, that she might visit us here in Ishgard. Were she still with us, I would of course have beseeched Isel's assistance in this matter. But as she is not, I must ask that you aid us in her stead. Will you do us this favor?
Think you can rely on me, Emmerich.
Thank you, my friends. Lucia, I leave the rest to you.
In the wake of the Archbishop's fall, the nation of Ishgard trembled, the faith of her people shaken to its very core. For 1,000 years had they fought and died, certain of the justice of their cause, only to be told that their holy war was born of the sins of their forefathers. What then for those brave men and women, thus stripped of their righteousness but to despair, to deny the truth and decry its speakers? And what then for those whom they defamed but to hope on, to have faith in a brighter tomorrow? A tomorrow in which man and dragon might live together in harmony, then as distant as the very stars in the heavens. Yet while we dared to hope, deep within his lair the enemy lay, gathering his strength. Nidhogg, now possessed of his 2 eyes and the body of the Azure Dragoon, prizes to which he had laid claim at the very hour of the hero's triumph.
Yeah, that's right. We need to save Estinian. Second husband, no.
As desperately as we sought the solace of peace, the great worm craved the misery of war. Nor was he alone in his misbegotten desire.
The journey at last should pose little difficulty this time. I know little of the lands these dragons call home, this Annex Trine. Had you not agreed to escort me, the coming journey would seem a far more daunting prospect. I confess, I myself once shuddered at the thought of it, yet even the longest journey begins with the first step, does it not? Ah, but ere we set forth, Bella and I must needs inform our comrade of our plans. Very well, I shall see to my preparations. Then let us go and bid farewell to Totaro, Bella. Traversing the Western Highlands calls for warmer clothing, yet there are only so many layers one can fit under plate armor. I thought you might want to tell her. Or would you rather I did all the talking?
So, what was your secret meeting all about? I'm all ears. A diplomatic mission to annex Trine, you say? Well, I suppose that does take precedence. But should your meeting with Vidofnir happen to end early, you might consider rendezvousing with Y'shtola in Igelshire. She'll be there to receive our guest. Don't get me wrong, your meeting with the dragons is terribly important and everything, but this scholar just happens to be...
Time permitting, as I said, we shall endeavor to join Y'shtola, but if we cannot, pray pass on our regards. Let's be off, Bella. We have kept the first commander waiting long enough.
Well, let no one say I didn't try.
It's like Alfie is not excited to meet the scholar. One task at a time, Bella. Besides, I have no doubt that Y'shtola can look after the scholar by herself. Are you ready then? Good. So am I.
Let's have that hot chocolate and never have it. It's in honor of Hershey.
If you and Mr. Alphino would be so kind as to lead the way. Breaking the cycle, Alphino is ready to escort Lucia to Annex Trine. The path is long, but known to us. From Falcon's Nest, we shall cross the Western Highlands and make for Tailfeather in the Giovanni Portlands. There we can stop to rest and replenish our supplies. Questions? If not, then the stables await.
Stable speak yow.
Oh, Tailfeather. That's where we're going. Strange. This is only my third visit to Tailfeather, yet the first feels as though it were a lifetime ago. I always imagined that the first time I set foot upon Giovannian soil would be at the head of an army, and here I am, ready to treat with the brothers and sisters of mine enemies. Full well do I know how difficult it can be to set aside the past, though it was I who first proposed recruiting Ysael to our cause. I questioned the wisdom of my words almost as soon as I had uttered them, and for a long time after that. Here was a woman with the blood of innocence on her hands, men, women, children, all slain in the name of the impeccable, placeable Lady Iceheart. Yet she acknowledged her misdeeds and agreed to join us in a common cause. At our side, she fought in service to that greater good, even unto her dying breath, and while that does not absolve her of her sins, I hope that one day she will be remembered not merely as a heretic, but as a misguided soul who dreamt of peace. You ask much, Master Alphino, yet who can say that what might come to pass, should our negotiations bear fruit? Yes, of course. We must press on to Annex Trine, if you will follow me. Is it down below? Where is... Oh, over here. Thou art ever welcome here, friend of Ysael. But this one I do not know. Pray forgive us this unannounced visit, Vidofnir. May I present to you Lucia, first commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, and our trusted friend. It is an honor to meet you, Vidofnir. I am come as an envoy of Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and acting leader of the Holy See. Indeed, you may speak, Knight. For 1,000 years, man and dragon have been locked in an endless cycle of bloodshed and sorrow. To our shame, we long believed your kin to be the architects of this war, but now we know the truth, that King Thordan and his Knights 12 did willfully betray and murder the great worm Radatoskar, shattering the peace between our peoples. For 1,000 years, our leaders conspired to conceal this truth, a truth which was at last laid bare by the Warrior of Light, the Azure Dragoon, and Ysael. Alas, a deception so intrinsically wrought cannot be undone in a moment, and our people labor to accept the truth. After an eternity of war, who would dare to dream that peace could at last be within our grasp? Yet dream we must, as Ysael once did, and we must make that dream a reality, as she could not. We humbly beseech you, Vidofnir, join hands with us in friendship once more, before the eyes of my people in Ishgard. A most unexpected invitation. I have heard your request, Knight. However, I cannot yet give you mine answer. May I ask why? This matter concerneth my sire. He must needs be consulted. Moreover, the Nath grow bold, even as they did before, and I would not leave my people at the mercy of the swarm. Then we will wait. After 1,000 years at war, we shall not give up on peace for want of patience. Huh, fear not, Knight. Thou shalt have mine answer within thy lifetime. So soon, my humble thanks. I shall bear your words to my lord forthwith, until we meet again. Oh, did I accidentally click? Would that the Nath couldn't show the same restraint. Too many children have fallen to their spears and muskets. Oh, okay, good. I have to talk to Alfie so I can talk to Vidofnir again. Did you say something else? Never did I think to see a knight of Ishgard come unto Annick's shrine bearing words instead of steel. Would that the Nath could show the same restraint. Too many children have fallen to their spears and muskets. Alright. To face such a creature in battle is one thing, to converse with it quite another. Oh, no. Given the circumstances, I would say that went rather well. To be frank, I am surprised our proposal was not rejected outright. Whether aught will come of it remains to be seen, however. Mayhap I should take this opportunity to speak with some of the other dragons. Ah, but you need not wait for me. The return journey holds no fears for me now. Well, if you have no further need of our services, we shall continue on to Sharlayan. We hope to welcome a scholar who has agreed to aid us in the search for our missing comrades. Then I pray your journey is as swift and uneventful as ours was, and thank you again for sparing the time to assist us, even when such grave matters remain unresolved. I can think of no graver matter than a 1,000-year war, one which our friends gave their lives to see ended. Suffice it to say, I would willingly make 1,000 such journeys to ensure that their sacrifice was not in vain. Of that I have no doubt, Master Alphino. I only hope the fates will not hold you to your word. Guess Lucia is gone. Another time, another place. Alphino is eager to set out for Charlian. So, it would seem we have time to greet this scholar after all. How delightful. I shall be interested to hear how she means to go about finding Minfilia and Thancred. I can only assume she is privy to some new investigative technique. In any event, our first order of business is to rendezvous with Y'shtola in Idleshire. Off to Idleshire! Oh, while I'm here, there, up there. Let me just see what I can sell with this material. I think it's just the Alexander Parts Exchange. I still don't fully understand. Maybe I can get something for Bard. Where's Bard? Okay, I have 5. Okay, I guess this is just okay, so there's fending, slaying. What's the difference? Should I get fending? It's the same type. So I'm just gonna go for fending. Exchange. Okay, got the earring. I'll get a choker. I'll get a wristband. And I will get a ring. Okay, I have one more. I could just get rid of it if I need to. What's this? Oh, this is the armor. Bard. Okay, for Bard, I can get... Because I'm just here to get rid of stuff. I'll just do it. Take that. Take that. And I will take this. I already have one of those. I guess I could get another ring, maybe? Sure, let's just go for another ring. What's this? Okay. Good on that. What's this? This is other stuff. I have 8. I'll just go for one of each. It's all different. Ending. How many I got? Got 4. I'll go for the gloves then. No? Unable to complete exchange, you can only possess... Oh. Fine. The answer. Fine. Fine. There's just more stuff. Is it all different? No, it looks all the same. No. Median. Got weapons. Got nothing. Just for books. Still nothing. Okay. No. Cancel that one. This is different. Okay, so good defending. I don't know if I would ever use these, but just to get rid of some stuff. That's cool. I'm good for that one. That's all I have. That's all I can get. I don't know. I have other stuff. I can get a second pair if I wanted. Okay. Now I have the bard outfit. And what's this? Manifesto exchange? Oh, that's the books. I don't have the books. Alright. I think I'm good. And let me just get rid of everything else. So, discard. Just to make room. I don't know why I'm holding on to this. Might as well just get rid of it. Now, discard. I don't know what these keys are. Mana cutter key? What does this use? Oh, that was the mount. I had no idea. I was just carrying that around. Armor identification key. Now summon a Magitek armor mount. Oh. Had no idea those were mounts. Okay. I was wondering where was my mana cutter? Had it in my pocket all along. Okay. Now we can talk to Alfie. Another conspicuously uneventful journey. It would seem we are destined not to be late. Ah, Bella, 'tis good to see you. I confess, I had assumed your business in Annex Shrine would detain you longer. Did your meeting with Vidofnir go well? As well as can be expected, she must discuss Sir Emmerich's proposal with Frisvelger, of course, but she seemed amenable to the suggestion. What of our Charlene guest? Has she arrived yet? She has, but when I explained that you would be joining us, she asked if she might use the intervening time to explore. I agreed to meet her outside on the front bridge. We should be on our way. Front bridge? Oh, right out here. Way back in Nishgard. What was she trying to tell me? It would seem we are early. Shall we wait? I love her outfit, it's too cute.
I'm terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
You need not apologize. We arrived but a moment ago ourselves. Pray, allow me to introduce Kryle, who has recently come from the Sharlayan motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. A trip to Eorzea was long overdue. You must be the Warrior of Light. Yes, you certainly do look the part. A pleasure to meet you at last, miss. And who is that I spy but young Alpha No Levieux himself? I dare say someone's grown in Ilmore too in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
We, Miss Kryle and I met at the Studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
Why are you
It
so
was no
embarrassed?
small task keeping him out of trouble, believe you me. The youngest ever to enter the Studium, him and his sister, 11-year-old prodigies. Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his list of talents. Striding up to his seniors on his first day, head held high. What was it he said again?
Thank you, Kryle.
Like, don't tell my embarrassing secrets, please.
For what? I haven't finished yet. Would you care to attempt a more dexterous deflection?
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
A bit much, but better. I can tell you have been putting your skills to use here in Eorzea. Henceforth, I trust you will dazzle me with your eloquence at the first time of asking. Right, on to more pressing matters. Finding Minfilia and the other missing scions.
I gather you have new information to share with us.
A new approach, actually. Tataru recounted the tale of your escape, and it gave me an idea. Simply put, assuming Thancred left some manner of trail when you whisked him away, as is almost always the case with teleportation magics, I am confident I can find and follow it.
Then what are you waiting for?
The wherewithal to do it. The fact is, my abilities aren't quite up to the task. Not in themselves, anyway. If I had Master Matoya's crystal eye, on the other hand...
Then let us all call on her forthwith. I think it best that you explain your plan to her in person.
After Matoya! Big froggy there. She was less than flattering about my technique when last we met, but this time I have come prepared. Let her belittle my obsidian carbuncle if she dares. Do not tell her I said that. The crystal eye is one of Master Matoya's most cherished relics. I doubt very much that she will grant us leave to lay hands upon it unless we can convince her that it is vital to our cause. You did say we were headed for the cave, did you not? Because I certainly don't see a cave nearby. Is Master Matoya meeting us on the way or something? You know how she can be. If Kyle does not meet with her approval, then that will be that. Oh, who am I kidding? It will be fortunate if she does not mistake me for my sister again. In the eye of the beholder. The prospect of meeting the famous Master Matoya seems to have set Kyle thinking. I have heard many stories of Master Matoya, some quite flattering, others less so. Rest assured, they all are true. This way, and have care when you tread.
Oh, is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
Pray, allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Kryl, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Baldessian, you say? Ah, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our Order's headquarters and the Isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Kryl, you too possess the Echo.
Well, yes, of course I do. Our Order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
I had no idea.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
Yes, yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
The students of Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the signs of the Seventh Dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I believe I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing scions.
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience. Oh, wait here.
Long did I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance, but never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
On the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the Echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light. But as her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
You could travel the length and breadth of the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure. Its value is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
No two manifestations of the Echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul. Their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which serve to guide the elementals to Y'shtola. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
Thank you, Master Matoya. Then let us begin. From the Black Shroud, the trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Som Al. It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock, I think.
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
Someone's here. You have anything else to say, Matoya? No one ever comes around for tea anymore. No, it's always saving this, preventing that, or meddling for the godforsaken other. Anyone would think I wasn't good company. A little too bitter. Gotta go to Tailfeather. Yeah, the way of that. We had forests like these on the Isle of Val. My grandfather and I used to go for walks together when I could prize him away from his work. It was the least I could do for him, considering everything he has done for me, taking me in when I was an orphan, raising me as his own and giving me a name. You didn't think my parents named me Crowell Valdesian, did you? Thancred may be a capable warrior, but he was wounded when last I saw him. If any beasts were nearby when he emerged from the life stream, he would have been hard-pressed to repel them. Were I to find myself in an unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct would be to seek out signs of civilization. Ordinarily, perhaps, but in his wounded state, he may not have wished to risk contact with strangers of unknown allegiance. Yet even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest, the hunters would surely have stumbled across his trail. Tailfeather doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost, though. Merchants and traders pass through reasonably regularly, do they not? In which case, we'll need to provide a more detailed description when we question the locals. Fear not, Cryle. I have already prepared several sketches of Thancred for that very purpose. This is impressive. You drew him from memory? A skill I acquired some years ago for reasons I no longer remember. I propose we split into two pairs. Yashol and I will inquire at the outlying encampments, while Bell and Cryle question the residents of Tailfeather. Afterwards, we shall regroup near Loth Astvath and share our findings. Assuming there are no objections, let us be about it. My, he certainly has matured, hasn't he? Hard to imagine he was once a boy who practiced drawing for hours to impress the young ladies. Anyway, we had best get started. Find me when you've finished making your rounds. It's true. Women do like artistes. Means that they're sensitive souls. Alright, we're coming over here. Leopard. Searching for a friend of yours. Let's have a look then. Alphino's sketch, a surprisingly accurate depiction of the missing Thancred, suggesting that Alphino may have mistaken his life's calling. No, I ain't seen him around. Sorry. I wonder, can I... No, I can't use it. I want to see the picture of Thancred. I want to see my son's artwork. I want to hang it on the fridge. Oh, here's Cryo. Pray excuse me, but have you seen this man before? What's that you got there? Sketch. Can't say I know the face. You say he's something of a warrior. I heard a tale the other day about a Huron vagabond who brought down a bandersnatch by himself, and with style. Way they tell it, he was dancing with the beast like it was the bell of the bleeding bull. Sound like your man? Indeed it does. Is this friend of yours... If this friend of yours is as skilled as you say, then he's sure to have found a way to survive. Still, if he's out there on his own, it's only a matter of time before he runs afoul of something he can't handle.
Aha! Hi, Chicky! Hi, Chicky! I'm gonna chase you. I'm gonna chase you. I'm gonna chase you. Look at you. Having fun. Having fun. Having fun. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. It's so cute.
A Huron man. We're not exactly there, you know. Could you be more specific? I did spy this one bloke a while back. Didn't get a good look at his face, but it could have been him. This was beyond the forest, as I recall, along the river to the west of Tailfeather. I remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter. The lad was making no effort to cover his tracks, see? That, and he was carrying an axe instead of a bow. If he was hunting chocobos, he was doing a piss-poor job of it. The birds would have smelled him coming a mile away. I know I did.
Has Thancred been a dirty boy? Finished? In that case, I think we've learned everything we can here. Let's see what the others have found out. Alright, where are we going? There. This way. We were to meet here, were we not? My apologies for our late arrival. We thought it wise to question as many hunters as we could. Many have made camp in inaccessible locations, ideal for hunting game, not so receiving visitors. Nevertheless, our time proved well spent. There have been countless sightings of an exceptionally capable Huron hunter with whom no one is familiar. Though none chanced to see the man's face,
His height and build match Thancred's description, as does his fighting prowess. So you have heard the same tales. Be that as it may, we yet want for conclusive proof. Mayhap this is unrelated, but I heard a curious tale regarding a Vath trader. He came to Tailfeather in search of garments fit for a man of refinement, which seemed a rather curious description for one of his kind. You are implying that Thancred sent a Vath to market in his stead? Why would he not go himself? Well, if you recall, you yourself emerged from the livestream as naked as your name day. It is a scene I shall never forget. Is it now? Well, I was pleased to see you. I mean, it was a simple statement of fact. It stands to reason that Thancred found himself in the same predicament. In any case, if he had dealings with the Vath, they should be able to tell us, no? Quite right, Cryo. Quite right. Alright. I think I'm gonna end that here for tonight. I'll have to come back in another time. Alright, well there you have it for tonight's session. We finished the Hogwarts questline. Unfortunately, we could not get into the Alliance raid again, so I will have to see about recording that on my own time. And then we got to start the 3.1 quest. Yes, I'm happy to get back into that one. Alright, give a like and subscribe to see more, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!